Hey, subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to ring that bell. Because when you ring that bell, you get all my recipes. Like today's recipe. Exotic. Woo, that's a good word to describe this recipe. Banh Mi sandwich. Woo, what is banh mi sandwich? It's a baguette. Hey, the banh mi is just the bread that's used to make this sandwich. That's all it is. You can put whatever you want inside. Traditionally, roast pork, pickled vegetables. But banh mi, that's the bread. To translate into what we would know, it's a baguette type of bread. Crusty on the outside, tender on the inside, a thin kind of a hero bread. That's right. That's a baguette to me. To Vietnamese, it's banh mi. Awesome. Let's get cooking. Alright, so first thing I want to do is make those pickled vegetables, because they actually take the longest. They got to pickle for like, I pickle them for like 4 hours. So it's early in the morning, I'm going to throw the pickle on them, and then I'm going to throw them in the refrigerator, and tonight when I'm ready for the sandwich, it's ready. You can do it the night before if you want to, that's fine. Alright, I'm just going to do it in the morning for the nighttime sandwich eating festival. Vietnamese, banh mi. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to use two things in our pickle. We're going to use radishes. Oh, I dropped them. Okay, here I got 3 colored radishes. Nice, white, red, and like purple. There you go. Wonderful. They're organic. Hey, you could just use red radish. That's fine. I just happen to find these. They look interesting, so I'm going to use them. The other thing I'm going to use, carrot. 2 carrots and a whole bag of radishes. That's it. Now what I have to do is clean these radishes up. Okay, take off the stem. Just cut both sides off. The stem and then this end as well. Hey, look at those. Nice and colorful. I gotta wash them. Then I'm also gonna use 2 carrots. Just gonna peel them. Just gonna cut the tips off. I cut the root end, both ends. I'm gonna use my food processor, and what I'm gonna do, slice these in the food processor with the slicing blade on. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of vinegar. I'm going to use good Bragg's apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon of sugar. This is just regular white sugar. Tablespoon of sugar. That's a teaspoon of water, because that vinegar is a little too strong just by itself. And about 1/2 teaspoon salt. Okay. That just all gets mixed up. And then you see how nice this is all sliced up. Really nice, okay? So, I dump that in there. I mix that up. Then I'm going to let it sit in the refrigerator. Okay, so I told you Siracha. The flavor of Siracha. It's like a lightly fermented hot sauce from Vietnam. It's going to be delicious. So, I want to get that flavor of Siracha in this sandwich. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my 2 favorite things. My 2 favorite things, Siracha and Hellmann's mayonnaise. Hey, listen, I'm sure they don't have Hellmann's mayonnaise in Vietnam, not, traditionally. So, it's a little bit of, reach, but I like the mayonnaise spread on the sandwich. I like the Siracha on the sandwich. I'm going to combine the 2. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So I'm going to use about a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. A 1/2 cup mayonnaise, and then 3 teaspoons of Siracha. Mix it up good. Beautiful. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, now I gotta make the roast pork. But we're not gonna make roast pork. Remember, this is almost vegan, and to have roast pork is just too much meat. So we're not gonna do pork. We're gonna use tempeh. We have to make a seasoning to make this tempeh taste like Vietnamese roast pork. Here's what we're gonna use. We're gonna start with 2 tablespoons soy sauce. Then 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. This is reduced sodium. You don't have reduced sodium, use regular. This Worcestershire has anchovies in it. And so it makes a pretty good substitute for fish sauce. Not exactly. Fish sauce is fermented. It's a little different, fish sauce. But this is not bad. And I couldn't get my hands on fish sauce today. I didn't feel like going all the way to the Asian grocery store. So I got Worcestershire. It's going to do just fine. And sometimes you live in an area, you don't have an Asian grocery store, right? So you can use Worcestershire sauce. I'm just doing it. Now, I got lazy. I didn't get the fish sauce. But I got the Worcestershire. So let's go with that. And that's 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And the brown sugar I'm going to use is coconut sugar. It's an unrefined brown sugar. Take a look at this. Beautiful. It's got nice flavor. Okay? And you need 3 tablespoons. Okay. The juice of 1 lime. To get all that juice out, I'm going to stab a fork into the lime and squeeze that around the fork. Right? Look at all the juice that comes out of there. Woo! That's a lot of juice right there. Yeah. Nothing left. I got here 2 nice big cloves of garlic. Gotta chop that up pretty small. Beautiful. Look at that. And the last thing is 2 teaspoons sesame oil. Hey, don't forget to give it a little taste. Ooh, that's delicious. Okay. Okay, now I gotta get a nice sharp knife. I'm gonna cut this tempeh into like what looks like the size of some sliced roast pork. It's gonna be good. I like to cut it on the bias as thin as I can. Use the knife, like use the blade of the knife, don't push it. Cut it as thin as you can without breaking it. Okay, I have about 1/4 inch of oil in here. Vegetable oil is fine. And I put in a piece of tempeh. You see how it's sizzling like that? Woo! That means the oil is hot enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in as much tempeh that fits in the pan nicely. Don't overcrowd the pan. Hey, you put too much tempeh in the pan, it lowers the heat. And it won't brown. It'll just sit there and absorb fat. Not good. Not good for your sandwich. Watch how much I put in the pan. There you go. It's going to take about 2 minutes on each side. Just turn it over and check it out. It should have I'm going to show you the color in a second. It should have a nicely brown color. So it looks like roast pork. Awesome. Okay, back to frying. Okay, look at that color. Looking good. I'm going to flip them over like that. Now we'll do 2 minutes on the other side. Just nice, listen, it's cooked already. Just want to get that nice color. It's going to give it a good richness, and it's going to look beautiful. Food's got to look good. You taste with your eyes. Food's got to look good. Once they're nicely browned on both sides, you take it off, put it on some paper towel. Okay, so I gotta do a second batch, but I'll put it on fast forward so I won't waste your time because you've already seen one batch. Okay, here we go. Look at the color. That's beautiful. Okay, so I want to pour out this oil. Get rid of that. I'm going to put these back in the pan. Remember that marinade? I'm going to pour it over this tempeh nice and slowly. Woo! And keep turning the tempeh. It's going to glaze the tempeh. Wonderful, look at that. Just take out the tempeh, I'll put it in the pie pan like that. Then I'm going to pour the rest of this marinade right over that tempeh. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. I'm going to let that sit until we're ready to make our sandwich. Okay, so I got all the elements together for this sandwich, and each element is absolutely incredible. I got a surprise too. Because of my son. He wants something special, so I got to alter a little bit. I'll tell you what I'm doing later. Meanwhile, I got the baguette. It's big. It's a big baguette. Look at that. Hey, it's about a good 2-foot baguette. Nice, nice baguette. Look, I like big sandwiches. What can I tell you? Anyway, so we're going to assemble this banh mi. It's got a lot of little parts to it, but you can interchange it. Maybe you don't like one part, you put twice as much on another part in there and substitute, whatever you want. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. Meanwhile, let's get to it. I'm starving, man. Maybe I like the whole thing myself. I don't know. Hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me make this sandwich. I gotta cut this in half the long way. I'm doing the whole thing because, you know, more impressive. Ready? There you go. Beautiful. Okay, so mayonnaise and sriracha. I'm going to take about half of it. I put it on one side. Woo, nice. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the other half. I'll put it on the other side. Not only is that great flavor, but the fat protects the bread. Ah, that's awesome. You always have to have a little spread on the bread. It just protects the bread. If you don't have spread, maybe cheese or something. Some kind of fat protects the bread. Otherwise, the bread will get soggy. Soggy bread, not a good thing. Okay. Now I got the tempeh. Remember the tempeh? We seasoned it up nice and everything. I'm going to put that down here too. There's a portion at the end. No tempeh. What happened? Okay, so I says to my son, I said, son, I call him son because he's my son. I said, son, this is what I'm making for dinner with the tempeh and whatnot. He said, you know, Dad, I'm not in the mood for tempeh. I said, what do you like? He said, I like tuna fish sandwiches. I said, you got it, man. So, look at this. All right, tuna fish. And you say, hey, what are you doing with the tuna fish? Here's the point, right? All my recipes are like parts to it. Like today's recipe, there's parts. There's the tempeh, there's the pickled vegetables, there's the dressing. And you may not like the recipe that I make as a whole, but you may use certain parts to mix with other recipes. Like, I'm making tuna sandwich here with the dressing, just no tempeh. The dressing, the pickled vegetables, cilantro I'm putting on it, all these things, okay, with tuna instead of the tempeh. So you could do that too. It's up to you. Hey, you're the chef. Go create your thing. Okay, let's finish this up. So, I put down some cucumber. Woo! Cucumber's nice. I'm even putting it on the tuna. This has been marinating for like 4 hours. Got that vegetables. It's sweet, it's sour, it's delicious, right? I want to put the vegetables on top of the cucumber. I'm going to put some on top of the tuna as well. It's going to be delicious. We got to get that nice flavor on there. So I have some nice fresh cilantro. Hey, you heard that? My son wants some fresh cilantro on his tuna. It's going to be delicious. Okay. Hey, if you want it extra spicy, just throw a little sriracha on top. Yeah, that'll burn your face off. Beautiful. Okay, so let's close this up and let's cut it up. Man, it's going to be good. The first thing I got to do is cut off the tuna end of it, right? Hey, that's how the tuna came out. That's beautiful. That's my son. Okay, now I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut each half in half. And that's good for 2 more people. Look at that. That's beautiful. Very nice. Hey, these Banh Mi sandwiches are awesome. You want another great sandwich? Check out my Sloppy Joes. Ah, a little sloppy, but you know what? They're delicious. I'll see you there.